I know I hate working out. Damn, I got to. Hey. Yeah, maybe I do gotta work out something. Hey.
Oh, bro, that's a workout. That's a workout.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the I Hate Working Out podcast. It's your girl, Nessa.
It's your boy, AJ.
And we have Nicole
What's up?
and Chris.
What's going on?
Owners of Anytime Fitness in Rock Hill. What's going on, y'all?
What's up?
Ain't much.
Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
Thanks for
Glad
having
to be
us.
here.
Good. How's y'all week been so far?
Blessed. Good.
Extremely busy.
Busy?
Yeah.
Y'all getting adjusted to being
Yes.
in the gym?
Yeah, this whole thing has been an adjustment process.
Yeah, I'm
The
sure.
members are starting to actually open up
Okay.
to us now, and not that they weren't before, but it's like, you know, we're present, so it's like, oh, hey, how y'all doing today? So
Good.
little by little. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. How your week been, AJ?
I should have prepared better for that question. No, we do this every week. We do this every week. My week was it was good. I prepared for I gotta start teaching boot camp tonight. So I've just been preparing for that, and outside of that, I ain't been doing too much. What about you?
My week has been, kind of rough and emotional. We talked about me going to Spain and doing all of that, how I got selected to go to Spain and take on that European fitness project, but I had to cancel it. My grandmother has breast cancer. She's 84 years old, and my family just didn't feel like, she just had her surgery and she's had a lot of complications, and they didn't feel like it was good for me to go out the country because of how things are looking. Praying that, she gets better, but I just had to make a hard decision, and if that opportunity came once, it'll come again.
Absolutely.
So, just trying to bounce back from that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna leave that subject alone.
It's all good.
Yeah,
It's life, and it
Things happen.
happens.
Yep. Things happen.
Yeah.
Damn, refund ain't come all the way through though.
Okay.
They kicked my ass with that. But you know what I noticed? I got an email today. There's a you can get a ticket to Spain from Charlotte for $400.
In the summertime. It only flies,
Round trip.
Really?
Round trip.
$400.
Yeah, I can send you the link when we get done.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
They only go in the summertime, and it's summertime from Charlotte. Yeah.
That's nice.
Sounds great.
That's
Spain,
good.
it ain't the hood part of Spain.
Nah, it's the Barcelona. Now, when you land, when you stay, that's up to you. But I mean, when you land, you're gonna be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't go to a hood in another country. That's just not good. I did that in London.
Yeah, make sure you send him the link, because we love to travel.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Y'all gonna have time to travel with your brand new gym?
We're gonna
I
make
know.
time.
Yeah, you have to make time.
Yeah. You have kids?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I have a boy and a girl. So we're gonna try to make it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I have a boy and a girl too. We have a blended family, so
Yeah, that's dope.
yeah. So, but we love to travel. But we, I think we did part of the reason why we did this was to, be able to do different things,
Absolutely.
enjoy different, amenities of life.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So your background, are both of you guys personal trainers?
Yes, I am a certified trainer.
Okay.
I've been certified for about 1.5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And how are you liking it being in the business? And
I mean, it just solidifies everything else that I was doing before. So I'm just now official. I've been into the fitness for a long time now. So it's just like.
Time out. See, you got to tell them your story.
She hasn't gotten that
Oh,
far.
I'm sorry. My
babe.
bad. My bad.
She
I ain't
hasn't
know.
gotten that far, babe. This is I hate working out podcast.
Oh,
you good?
Excuse me.
Man.
That's the part that everybody want to hear though.
we're
Your
gonna,
journey.
yes.
Hey, she beat around the bush, though. I was
I'm
just
waiting
saying.
for Nessa to tell me.
Oh, okay.
when.
Nessa, go ahead.
Thank you. Go ahead, finish your story, honey.
I guess answering Christopher's question, he started working out first. So
Okay.
when we first met, he was the one that was in shape, and I was the one eating all the unhealthy stuff. And then
No, time out. I'm sorry.
Babe.
I'm sorry. I gotta do this. So she telling you bits and pieces. The real story is I was always working out to some degree.
I just said that.
So I would do some workouts at home, and she'd be watching me work out at home, laying on the couch, laying down. You ever see somebody lay down and eat at the same time?
Yes.
That was her. That was her all the time. Okay, so now you take the story.
So anyway, so then a few years later down the road, I ran into an old friend and she asked me, well, she said, I didn't know that you were expecting, Nicole. And I was like, I'm not. And that was on a Saturday. And that Sunday, I woke up. I had no earthly idea what I was getting ready to get into. I put some tennis shoes on. I didn't even have no old sneakers. I put some brand new sneakers on. I went running.
Yeah.
That was my start to my journey.
Is that a woman thing? Because that's
what
like
I
you.
did.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because my husband, he was like, I walked through the door one day and he was like, yo, like, you slipping. And
well, he didn't say that.
well, no, he said that.
I
And
wasn't gonna say that.
So I was
I
at
didn't. That's it.
no, yeah, that's just what he said, and I was like, shit. I went and put on some sneakers and some shorts, and I was like, that's the last time.
Yep.
And I ain't turned back since. But go ahead.
But yeah, that's how my journey started. And so I didn't track my progress because I didn't foresee me, having to share my story to anybody. So then he presented to me about YouTube. So I was like, so it took me a while to do YouTube. So once I finally launched out there, I had to go way back to the beginning of my journey to bring everybody up to date and how I lost the weight, how I maintained the weight, what worked for me.
So tell us that part. Tell us your story.
I mean, I worked out vigorously every single day. I had.
Did you have a trainer?
No, Chris was my trainer, and then I looked up different Instagram fitness people, and I followed them. The internet was my trainer. It helped me a lot, and so I changed my diet. I actually went cold turkey, which a lot of people probably struggle with, but for me, I was extremely determined, and I threw everything out. I stopped eating beef. I stopped drinking sodas, chips, everything. I just stopped, and that's what helped me on my journey. I didn't do any magical fad diets.
Right.
No. I mean, I did COLA. I did that.
Okay.
But as far as weight loss pills, weight loss programs, I didn't do any of that because I didn't want to gain all that weight back once I stopped.
So how much weight did you lose?
I lost 80 pounds.
Dope.
I lost 80
So this is when you should put a before and after pic.
Yeah,
so
I
you
need
can
to see one
the
of those.
transformation.
I was like in a size 14, 16.
Okay, that's what I used to be. That
Yeah.
size. So now you appreciate her.
Well, now I help Chris. now I help him.
Hey,
So now I
AJ,
help.
you don't look AJ, look at me. You don't look
Nelson?
at me.
What you think?
So when y'all went through this, did y'all work out together during that time, or did you you went on your own way to start losing the weight, or?
We did both. I mean, the majority of it, she was doing it on her own. She had the willpower to just go out and do it. But we did work out together somewhat. And so I helped some, but like she said, the internet was her personal trainer.
So do you work out now? I'm just
Be
asking.
honest.
Yeah. Wait, but I'm shocked. I'm a little salty that you even asked me that.
Why?
Yes, I work out now.
Okay, I'm just asking.
I should have came here with a tank top on. See.
But I really, honestly, I help keep him motivated because I really, honestly do help keep him motivated because I go hard and some days Chris has times where he's like, dang, I don't feel like working out, and I'm like, I worked out, and then he's like, man, you ain't finna outdo me like that, so then he'll go work out. So.
See, the proper way to say that is we
understand.
motivate each other.
So how does that work though? Because that's something I just can't get with. I can't
What, you
be
staying motivated?
No. I'm motivated by the mirror. I'm talking about working out in a relationship. That is so difficult when you expect somebody to be at your level, or you want them to push as hard as you push. How do you do that balance? Because I know there's a lot of couples that want to work out together and just can't do it. I can't do it. I'm way too hard in the gym for me to. No, it just doesn't work.
I think we both are mentally motivated to be fit and healthy, and I think it even spills over into our marriage. So it makes us definitely.
I edited the videos. The videos turn out good. You know how much background stuff has to go through with all of that.
Okay.
Now, to go back to where you threw everything out and you started over brand new, were you already eating healthy or was that a lifestyle change that she may have in the whole household, or
Nah,
how did that go?
I was one of those dudes that would work out and then go to like McDonald's. So
right.
she did introduce that part of fitness to me, and kind of so she was a
Nutrition.
cook, so I was like I was forced to eat whatever she cooked.
Cause I don't buy any beef in our house. The only beef he'll eat is like when he's out on his own. I don't buy any for the
Yeah,
house.
so I still definitely eat beef. You know,
What about
but
pork?
Every,
No,
every now
I'll
and
eat a
then.
few pieces of bacon for the protein, but no.
So what did you cut? What else did you cut out? You said beef, soda, anything else?
Sweets, Kool-Aids.
Oh man, you lost your
Whoa,
black
time
card.
out. When you say cut out, you mean all together?
Yes, in the beginning of my journey.
Oh, in the beginning. So now did you slowly start introducing that stuff back into your life?
No, I haven't drunk a soda in maybe 5-6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Kool-Aid?
No,
First of all, my kids don't even know what Kool-Aid is.
no, mine don't either really.
What? No, I know what Kool-Aid is, and when she does make it,
It's a luxury for us.
she makes the best ghetto Kool-Aid I've ever tasted in my life.
Yes, when I do make it, which is every 3-4 months.
I'm about to go make some
We
today,
can
girl.
talk about that too.
I'm not talking about that like this.
Because Kool-Aid's good though.
Oh, my kids will love that.
Kool-Aid
Yeah,
is-
it's cheaper than damn Capri Sun.
Yep,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's just straight sugar.
that's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that's it.
I mean, I grew up on it. I just don't drink that stuff. I don't drink juice or none of that. So,
I drink it all. I drink it all.
so okay, so that's your journey with you, your weight loss journey, all of that. And so now, what made you want to have your own gym?
I honestly didn't foresee us having our own gym. I was thinking low level, just do boot camps, rent out a space somewhere local, and go from there. And my husband is a higher thinking level type person, so he's like, babe, you gotta think bigger than that. You know, you have way too much potential just to be thinking low level. And
No.
and we put it on our vision board, and we weren't going to revisit it until about maybe 2 to 3 years from now. And then he was like, babe, I think I'm gonna go out and just look out there and just see what's going on. And he did, and at first I didn't take him serious because he's like, I'm gonna get you what you deserve. So I was like, okay, all right, we'll see. And then he made it happen, and this is where we are now. So this is
She's leaving out a whole lot of
what
detail.
am I leaving out, baby?
Okay, so let's back up.
That's so.
This is the dopest.
What did I leave out, Minnie?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. No, one. So she had been talking about starting a boot camp for forever.
Which I already said.
But so she had me riding around Charlotte looking for venues. I went and talked to some
We
folks.
actually looked here in that opening space in the very front.
Okay.
We actually looked here.
So she had me searching all over the place. Babe, when you gonna start your boot camp? I'm gonna start it. She kept putting it off. Okay, all right. She's not gonna do it. I see now she's not gonna do it. So this is how it happened. So I kind of left it alone, and so I was just looking at some other business ventures to get into. So I was like, what can I just, I need an end game. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna look for a commercial cleaning business I can get into. That's really, fairly inexpensive. I'll use that as my platform to try to get to something else, to stack some money to get to something else that we want to do. And so, we started kind of putting our money away for that. In the meantime, we were doing like the YouTube videos and stuff, and people liked when we posted together. That's what even got me thinking about the whole fitness thing together thing.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, man, it's hard. It's hard. I can't do it.
Yeah, so from there, I just happened to stumble upon Anytime Fitness, the brand. I never even heard of it before. I just started doing my research on it. I reached out to the corporation, the headquarters, and they sent me some information. And what happened was, I just happened to look out and saw an existing gym. Let me back up. What happened was they told me what you had to have to get a brand new Anytime Fitness. It was like $80 grand cash, $300,000 equity. And I didn't have either one of those. I was like, okay, all right. I was like, okay, maybe if I can get into this cleaning thing, we can stack for some years. That's why we had a 3-year plan.
Right.
So God just opened another door and was like, okay,
Well,
here you go right here. He'll do it every time. So I found an existing gym for sale, and it was way cheaper than that. And I was like, we didn't have that money either. but it was doable.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, we can do this.
And we did it.
I didn't know how it was gonna get done. I was like, we can do this.
Right.
That was something that she was passionate about,
Mm-hmm.
and she at the time she was doing something that she was totally not passionate about.
What were you doing before?
I was doing customer service, and I hated it.
She would complain every single day. I can't stand it. I need another job. And
I was being mean to him, my kids. It was.
Wait, whoa! Y'all recording this, right? Wow.
Yeah, a lot of things come out of the podcast. They start to admit the truth.
It's gonna be a counseling session in a minute, boy.
But yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, so we just jumped in the process, and we started. What we had to do was start raising money.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have. I had some, but I didn't have nearly enough.
Right.
So we started raising money to try to get this facility.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something. What the best thing that could have happened to us was the process.
Yeah.
Like learning how to go through things to get what you want.
And together. 'Cause
Together,
it was days where I was just like, I don't think this is gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. Like we would get way ahead, and then something would come in the mix, and then we'll jump back 5 steps. I'm like, hey, this not gonna work. So not only did I have to trust him, I just had to really trust God in the process too, because it was like this. I don't see how this is gonna happen. And to God be the glory. Everything is paid for. We don't own no banks, no nothing. It's,
wow.
Yeah.
All the equipment is
All the
paid for,
equipment is paid
everything.
So it worked out.
So all y'all just raised the money, like you did fundraiser or GoFundMe or?
Well, our family was very, very supportive, and we presented them the opportunity, and they were very impressed, and they said, yeah, we'll definitely.
So I had to write a business plan, which I had never done before.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But and I thought it was for them, but it really was for me, because it showed me what I had to do to get the business and how to run it. And so I had some investment accounts that we kind of tapped into, but it's, like I said, it still wasn't enough. So that's why we had to hit the family up, and they really helped us out.
Yeah, they were on board.
That is such a blessing.
Yeah, like it's really difficult, not just the fitness thing, but to be in a relationship, be in a marriage, and run a business together is gotta be tough.
I haven't experienced that yet with him, and I hope
I
have. Well, I have. Well, Chris has had. I have had the luxury of just to kind of enjoy the ride, experience different things. So he's had to honestly be like the
Behind
solid,
the scenes,
you know,
that's
stay
tough.
strong. Like if I get weak sometimes, he
Yeah.
has to, you know, well, babe, it's gonna be okay. So he hasn't really got a chance to fully experience any of the emotions quite yet.
Oh yeah.
So, like I said, for me, I haven't experienced, oh, dang, I hate working with my husband. Because when he's not there, it's like, dang, I miss my partner. I miss him because we click, and, you know, it's not, well, we think totally different on some things, but for the most part, it's like, you know, do your thing, babe, you know, if that's what you want to do, cool. So, I hope that I don't, you know, foresee me deactivating his key fob, but... As of right now, he's good. He's good.
Yeah, got me.
Have you always been an entrepreneur?
No, well, not really, but I'll say like probably about 10 years ago, a friend of me, we actually co-wrote a book together.
Friend of me. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I caught it. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Nah,
I normally speak
I was
good
gonna let
English.
it go.
I normally speak really good English.
I caught it. Okay, go ahead.
Me and a friend, we co-wrote a book together, and we founded a nonprofit organization where we mentored young boys. And so that was my first stint in like entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And so that kind of gave me that bug. But pretty much I've been solid, you know, in corporate America. I've been, like I say, I work at Atrium Health, you know, Carolina's healthcare system. And I'm still there to this day. And I'm going to be there until we can establish the business to where we wanted to get to. But I've always had that in me. I'm gonna tell you what, seriously, it took somebody like Nicole to actually bring it out fully.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, that.
Oh, look at this. They having a little moment. Oh, they're so cute.
I'm sure I have.
Oh, this is, yeah, I'm loving this. Come on,
But
keep
vice
on
versa,
talking.
you know, vice versa. He's you know, brought out a lot of strong points in me because I never ever thought that I would even be here right now, you know, helping millions of people, owning my own facility. I never saw that. So he's actually put fire under me too, to be like, no, you can do it. You don't have to, you know, think, you know, level-minded.
Yeah.
Think big.
Well, I'm sorry.
Where is your facility? We keep talking about it, but we haven't.
Our
gotten to it.
facility is located in Rock Hill, South Carolina, 2049 Celanese Road.
Celanese Road.
Right off the major road.
Yes, right off the Cherry Road. Yep.
Okay.
Open 24/7,
365 days.
but you're not there 24/7, though, are you?
And neither are you.
That's awkward. We gotta look awkward silence.
Okay.
So are you? This is your facility and you own the facility.
Mhm.
You have personal trainers in there.
Yes, we currently have one. I am going to be looking for some new staff, personal trainers that can come in there.
AJ, where you at? AJ, where you at?
AJ's in Charlotte.
But yes, I am looking for some new personal trainers to jump on board. We got some classes, group classes that are going to be coming up here. That we're going to be launching. So
Wait, tell me, you got something this weekend, don't you?
yes, I do. I have my first boot camp. I have my first
good.
free boot camp to the community. 8 o'clock, 8 a.m.
Okay.
What day?
This Saturday, the 31st.
I may come.
How?
Yeah, you should come out.
Are you going to be a personal trainer too? Are you going to be?
Yeah, that was my question too.
If need be, I will. I don't want to overextend myself and, you know, be this person. I'm trying to put things in place so I can, you know, pretty much focus on the office part and then, you know, let everything else take its place.
I got another question for you. Since y'all have a family and everything, how was that balance been now that you moved out of corporate America where you know your set schedule and everything like that? Now that you're an entrepreneur, you know what I mean, your hours are beginning to end. It's you don't start necessarily at 8 o'clock. You can start at 6. You don't necessarily end at 5. You can end at midnight.
Yeah.
So with that type of balance, how has that been as far as the family?
Well, fortunately, Chris and I he's still with corporate, so he has days that he's off from work. So the days that he's off, I get to utilize those days and get off early. Like today, I'm not going back up to the gym. So the days that he's off, I go home early, or even on the weekends, I may not even come in there. So it allows me to open up my schedule to be with the kids, and thankfully we are moving up there. So we're literally 8 minutes away from the gym. So
that's perfect.
yeah, and the kids' school is literally right around the corner. So
I'm sitting here like I'm about to double dutch. 'Cause I'm always ready to jump in when she's talking.
what?
But the thing is, so when we got this facility, I was like, okay, this is more than just about a gym. It's about legacy. That was the whole point of getting the business, you know, to begin with, to build a legacy for our kids. And so this is what I do on the weekends. I bring them jokers in there. All right, y'all clean this bathroom, you vacuum, you take out the trash.
Yep.
So I want to teach them how to run the business, and then I bring them in the office and then show them some office stuff. So I want them to learn at an early age. Because what I found out some years ago that is foreign to our community is that in the Jewish community, at age 13, they bring their children into their businesses and teach them. So they get in a BA as they're growing up. We're not privy to that kind of information.
Right.
We don't even know what.
Yeah, that's what I did with my business is A&J Adams Enterprise.
Okay.
And A is for Aubrey, J is for Jet. So I just got them two. So my whole business structure is based off of my kids. So they will grow up knowing that how to run their own business.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like
Have
that.
to.
I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's dope.
So the balance is, I think, it's pretty equal.
So, we got some great news for you guys. So we actually have a grand reopening coming up too.
Okay.
April the
7,
what time?
10 to 2.
10 to 2. We have vendors coming out. We're gonna have it's a blood drive. We have what's the vendors coming out?
We have Hooters, Pulp Juice.
Hooters is right up the street from y'all too,
yeah,
right?
Clean Eats
Sure is.
will be there.
Clean
and,
Eats is not far.
a few other locations that are gonna be present too.
So, and what have you been doing as far as marketing and letting people know that
Instagram has been a really great tool.
Mhm.
I print out a lot of flyers, pass them out to the local community or local businesses,
Mhm.
and I posted them all throughout the gym. So people are definitely like, nice.
And we've also been reaching out to different corporations in the area.
Mhm.
And what we did was put together our own wellness program package and
Mhm.
presenting it to different businesses to try to get them on board.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if we can get corporations, we can really touch the community. That's our goal, to really make Rock Hill a fit community.
Absolutely, and I would even reach out to some of the medical plazas
Right.
around that have the dental offices and the doctor offices and things of that sort. Because they may have a patient that needs to lose
Yeah,
weight,
absolutely.
or
Right.
whatever the case may be. And if you step your foot in their door, introduce yourselves, give them, your information, then they could send people, y'all can work together,
Absolutely.
vice versa. So, I think this is really dope about, what you guys are doing in the community. I think it's even more dope that, African Americans, your story is so powerful to me, to see how the family comes together to support each other, and and that your family saw your vision, you know what I mean? Because everybody can't
Exactly.
see your vision.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't want to invest in your vision.
Mhm.
There's so many people who are opinionated.
Yeah.
And you want to be a personal trainer. Why you want on the? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
and that's just being real. I mean, I've even had that. I'm an educated woman myself. I mean, I have a master's degree, all kind of stuff, and I get it. Why do you want to be a personal trainer? It's my passion.
That's what
So I think it's so powerful what you guys are doing, being husband and wife, doing this together. It's just so bomb, and it's really setting a good example for our community, our listeners, and so we thank you guys for coming on our show.
Thank you
and
for having us. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
We support everything black.
yes.
Right. Black History Month is 12 months out the year for me.
I know that's right.
Yes.
Kinda forever.
I know
And this
that's
is also National Nutrition Month.
Oh, is it really?
Oh,
Well,
okay.
how do we miss that?
Shit, I did too.
right.
No people coming on the podcast breaking news. We supposed to know this stuff.
Well,
I think let's make that one up.
It's the,
No,
it's the end of the damn month, and now she want to talk about
No,
it.
it's not.
You know, this nutrition above.
No, I do nutrition as well, so small stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah, I just started trying to learn.
Yeah. Okay.
So you don't eat healthy, baby?
Me? Yeah, I do. I eat healthy. I don't know what you're looking like that for. I eat healthy. I eat very healthy.
Who just went on? You was just on Instagram this weekend. Something at a wing fest.
I was.
Bruh, go sit in the corner.
I was.
You're in
Yeah,
timeout. You're
I'll
in
tell you
timeout.
what. Yeah, I was at the Wing Fest. That's true. But I generally eat healthy because I rarely ever eat out.
Right.
Yeah.
As I post Chipotle on my thing today. But still, I cook my own food all the time. But one more thing, because everything's been great that y'all said so far, but what would you say to somebody that's trying to get into your same position but keeps running into obstacles? And what obstacles did you have to overcome? Because I know it's been a little, it sounds like, everything just fell into place, but I know y'all had a long, hard journey
Yeah.
Yeah,
to actually
absolutely.
get there. So what were you think some of the big, outside of money,
Mhm.
money's always going to be an obstacle a lot of times for most people, but what was it? I know when I started my business, I had to deal with the city, and I was I ain't going to knock the city, but they're not necessarily the kindest to people like us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so just being a minority opening a business, that was hard enough. And then you got to hear people like, well, why do you want to do this, or is you really meant to be? And when you question yourself about opening that business, what pushed you to the next level, or did you just feed off of each other?
I think we basically kind of just fed off of each other. Fortunately, piggybacking on what you were saying, our family had already knew that we were really into fitness. So it wasn't honestly a question asked. It was just like, we support and we'll help invest into your business. So I think one of the main obstacles was trusting and communication.
Yeah.
Trusting and communication.
Yes. Let me break this down, because I always gotta give the details of the story. Nah, one of the obstacles was we tried to go to a bank, we didn't get approved. You know,
Yeah.
banks don't approve, you know, business loans for people like us a lot of times.
And they improve me 'cause my credit bad too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Black and bad credit don't mix.
Right. The other thing is that now we talk about our family. Most of our family didn't invest. It was a few of our key family members that did.
Mm-hmm.
We presented the opportunity to a lot of our family, so they didn't just jump on board. Most of them didn't do anything. So that was because you're thinking, oh, everybody's gonna be excited for you. Like we put this out there, we about to try to buy this gym, and everybody's gonna be aboard. Nah, that's not how it happened.
Nah.
They were excited. They were like, oh, for real?
Hey, who are you referring to?
Don't call
I ain't
names.
gonna call those names. I'm not gonna call those names.
That nigga sold me out.
No, I'm asking because we only presented to the one.
No, I'm talking about the GoFundMe that we started, and we told everybody. Hey, nobody gave to the GoFundMe account.
I raised $195. So thank you. To
100. I mean, no, we thank you for the $195.
$195.
But we were, yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
not,
I was
not
really
even, not,
excited.
not really.
I was like, yes, babe, this is it. I have my YouTube. So, but what we learned in the process was that we did it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't get the results that we thought that we would have got. So if I would have did it the right way, and it wasn't until months after we thought about it, I was like, dang, we should have did it this way, and then we would have had better results.
Well, we didn't know, but even if we did it the right way, most of those people wouldn't have gave. The people that gave, they were the ones that were supposed to give.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's what we learned.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the obstacle, money is not really the issue. It is, but it's not. Once I realized, this is what drove me the entire time, is I knew she could do it. Like the whole vision, I was like, no, she could do this.
Mm-hmm.
That's her area, and that's what kept me motivated. Even if she couldn't see it at the time, I was like, nah, she got it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go, even if she don't have the faith, I'm gonna keep pushing because I know that she can do it.
So the advice I would give to people out there would be just to, one, go to people who you know will support you, and don't, like, I know it's so cliche, but just don't stop. Don't give up if you have an obstacle come, because they're going to come. And what I've learned is the obstacles that I have endured on this journey has helped me now. So when somebody tells me no, or if something don't work out, it's like, oh, it's cool, I'll just go to the next plan.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes me stronger and stronger and stronger. So if you give up, you weak.
Yeah.
You weak.
So you didn't leave corporate America until?
No, I left corporate America not 100% knowing if this was going to work out. So I stepped out on faith.
Mm-hmm. And
the day I told my job I'm putting in my 2-week notice, nothing still was set in stone. It wasn't. We didn't honestly get the okay until maybe a day before closing.
It came down like to the wire.
To the wire.
So she had given her 2 weeks, and we was like, okay, we believe it's gonna work out.
And one of our sponsors, or one of our family members, was like, "You put your 2-week notice in already? You don't know yet?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did." But that's how confident I was to know, like, this is going to work out, and it worked out.
You know, here I come. Here I come. Cause she looking at me like, babe, you sure it's gonna work out? And I'm like having to be like, yeah, it's gonna work out. Even though I have my doubts, inside.
But you
You can't show it. You can't flinch.
Can't flinch.
Mm-hmm.
Can't flinch.
Yeah.
If you flinch, you're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the punch that you don't see coming that's gonna take you out. So I had to stay strong. She was strong now, I ain't gonna lie. She was strong. We both had our moments.
Right.
But
Yeah.
one of the biggest things for me was getting educated on the whole process, what it takes to obtain your own business.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a lot of stuff I didn't know.
Me
It's a lot of
too.
stuff I'm still learning now.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't know something, that's your biggest enemy. Not
Yeah.
knowing is gonna keep you from getting what you desire.
Mm-hmm.
So get educated, learn all you can about what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Y'all compliment each other so well. Like I pray for y'all, and I just pray that everything just continues to go up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, y'all are
Thank
so
you.
look
Appreciate
at
that.
that.
So much.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Any last thing you want to say? You gotta get your y'all gotta get your social
Yes,
media out
put your
there.
stuff out
You
there.
gotta
How
plug
can
it.
people reach
YouTube
y'all?
page, Instagram page, whatever you got.
Yeah, so my Instagram page for Anytime Fitness is Anytime Fitness The Rock.
The what?
Anytime Fitness
The Rock.
So check us out.
What's the Facebook?
Anytime Fitness Rock Hill.
You sure?
Okay.
Is that what it is?
Yes, anytime fitness rock camp, baby.
All right.
Yes, I'm so excited to have been here.
Yeah, thank y'all so much for having us.
No problem. We appreciate y'all coming.
Yeah.
And we're out. I know I hate working out, and I got to. Hey.